Yet again, here I am, first one in the studio.
What the hell did you just say?
Oh, God, jeez, Justin, were you hiding under the table?
Hiding? No, I was sleeping.
Why are you sleeping under the table?
Well, unfortunately, something bad kind of happened recently. You see, I was walking home yesterday.
Hey, guys, sorry I'm late.
Oh, hey, Brendan, what's up? Don't worry, you weren't missing anything important.
Wait, so did you want to hear my story?
Nah, not particularly. Hey, Brendan, so what took you so long today? Did you get lost in the protein river again?
Nah, I was just making sure my special guest was going to be able to make it tonight, so I made a pit stop at their place. They should be here in a couple of seconds.
You invited a special guest?
Sure did.
Who?
Your dad, actually.
My what now?
Your dad! Oh, and look right there. That's him right now.
Hello, son. Hello, sir.
Wow, Christian's dad sounds a lot more like just a deep-voiced Christian than I remember.
So, these are the ragtag bunch of buffoons you're always hanging out with every weekend, huh, boy? Yes, sir. I see.
Yeah, it's really, really great to have you join us tonight, Mr. Christian's biological father, and definitely not just Christian with a deep voice. You can have a seat right over there in front of that microphone. We'll probably start here in 2 minutes.
No, I don't think that'll be necessary, young man.
Wait, what? But we already went over this. You told me you were going to join in tonight.
I came here for one reason and one reason only, to see exactly what kind of tomfoolery my boy was getting up to every week with his so-called friends. And now I've seen all I need to see.
Okay, but that's not what we originally talked about.
Yeah, Father. So, these are the people you choose to spend your very limited and precious personal time with every week then? A protein-addicted Neanderthal and a man that sleeps under his desk to squeeze in naps between work?
Dude, why am I catching strays?
That's correct, sir. I want you to know that after seeing this studio with my own eyes and meeting these friends of yours, I've just got one thing to say. Yeah? I'm glad you're happy, my boy. Come again? I know things have been different since you grew up and moved out of the house. I feel like there was a time we could always share moments together, but lately, I could tell you've been becoming more and more independent. It's a difficult journey as a man watching his boy learn to live without his father, but I just wanted to tell you I'm proud of you.
What is happening right now?
Brendan, shut up. They're having a moment.
Oh, wow, Dad. I really wasn't expecting any of that. I mean, thank you. I never knew you felt this way. Now, all that said, I just needed you to do one more thing for me before I leave you guys to do your next episode. Yeah, sure, Dad. Anything. I need you to get rid of the garb gab. I'm sorry, what? How do you even know about that? And why do you care? I just know that ever since you guys have started using the garb gab in place of the grab bag, you've... Hold on. Wait, is that... There's makeup on your neck. Is this a mask? You're not my dad?
Fuck. Well, I did my best. Hey, kid, you stole me $20.
Oh, fuck! We were so close!
You hired a homeless guy to pretend to be my dad so that you could just do away with the garb gab?
I mean, yes. Yes, I did.
I literally don't know what to say to this.
I mean, it was a pretty solid effort, though, you got to admit. You even bought it for a minute there. Take your $20 and get out of here, you jackass!
Honestly, okay. Yeah, you kind of had me for a minute. Fair play. You know, that was actually kind of impressive. Did you do all that makeup yourself?
As a matter of fact, I did. I've been taking lessons on the side as a hobby, so thank you.
Oh, sweet, dude. You know, they're really paying off.
So does anyone want to finally hear about why I'm sleeping under the desk?
No.
But you know what you can do?
Yeah?
You can read the summary so we can finally get started for the night.
That's fair.
I'm going to miss Christian's dad, though. You know, he was a really cool guy.
But that wasn't his dad.
I mean, that didn't end up being my dad.
Well, you know, if you don't think about it too much, we could just pretend he was. Come on, live in my world with me for a minute, Christian.
Sure, yeah. That was my dad that you paid $20 for.
Exactly. Thank you.
All right, anyway. So the summary. This week, we learn all about the number one contributing factor to personal development, according to the Opwall Foundation for Arts and Science. Family. Sanji's family, for the most part, are really awful. Warmongering guns for hire, who beat up Sanji, emotionally abused him, stole his cake, and didn't even eat the damn thing. You monsters! At least we got to see Sanji fight his dad. Wish that was me. Elsewhere, we see the Sanji retrieval squad get caught in what feels like an infinite Tsukiyomi dream sequence. As they try to make their way back to the Sunny, they constantly end up back where they started. Eventually, we learn that the trees are alive and are leading the group into a deadly trap. All the suspense and horror reaches its peak when it turns out that Luffy was actually Brûlé, Big Mom's daughter. Will we ever make it out of the seducing woods? Will Luffy save Arc Princess Sanji? When can we see Zoro again? These questions or more remain on this week of One Piece with a Lime.
You know, I really like the idea that Sanji is the Arc Princess. That means that for 2 arcs in a row now, we've just had a male princess. We're really turning this this whole like fucking bit on its head at this rate.
I want to be damsel in distress. I want big strong lady to save me. Me.
Okay,
me
but
princess.
Me.
Okay, but we still don't have big strong lady that's saving Sanji yet.
We have Nami, and there's still time
That's
to
fair.
pick up another Big Mom daughter who's like a giant woman.
Just a giant woman, Big Mom daughter. Well, you know, I mean, to be fair, a lot of Big Mom's children have actually been strikingly normal sized, all things considered.
For now.
When you look at the lady.
I don't know. We saw like one daughter, and she was tall.
Right, and you also saw Pudding, who was another daughter, who was not tall.
Listen, she's what? They're like, those are 2 daughters out of what, 35? There's got to be a giant lady in there somewhere.
Actually, I think it was like 45. Wasn't the numbers like 45 women and 35 men, or maybe it was 44?
I think she had more sons.
She definitely has more sons. I think it's 40 some odd sons.
Ah, fuck. All right, my bad. So like 37 daughters and 43 sons or something.
39 daughters, 46 sons.
39 daughters and 46 sons?
Yes,
oh,
those are the numbers I've got.
85? God damn it, dude. I keep forgetting how many fucking kids Big Mom has. What is wrong with this lady?
We don't know yet, but maybe we'll find out. I don't know.
So, hey, how are you guys doing this week? What's going on?
I feel pretty good.
I'm not sick, so I'm feeling pretty good.
You're not feeling sick? Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. I mean, were you feeling sick of these episodes?
No, not at all. These might be
fantastic.
Like, I mean, I've seen parts of this arc. In fact, most of the knowledge I retained are coming up like kind of soon for a couple episodes. But after those like handful of episodes, I dropped this arc and said, fuck this. Went on a break that lasted like 2 years and then just never went back to this arc and skipped to the next one. So
yeah, I think it's now a good time to remind the team at home that you've never actually seen this arc. You just like know select details of it.
Yes, absolutely correct. I have not watched Whole Cake Island in its entirety. Some may argue I haven't seen it at all. And I would agree with those people because
I think most people would just say you haven't watched it because you haven't.
Yeah, I've honestly, what we've watched so far, I have zero memory of in terms of watching it. I know like this week's set of episodes because I like looked up some YouTube clips once upon a time. But some upcoming episodes are the only things I remember. And I only really remember them because they made me mad. And I'll get to those reasons when we get there. But outside of that, I got nothing but like key plot points kind of that like, you know, play into the future.
No, I'll tell you what I love about this set of episodes. We got another musical number, baby. The musical arc 3 is fucking coming true, man. I love it. It's so good. I was having a fucking blast, dude. I always smile ear to ear when they fucking commit to these musical numbers. Because even in the dub, you know, I always, in the back of my mind, I'm always like, the dub doesn't have the stones to actually commit to the musical bits, do they? And I'm always astounded. Oh boy, do they got the stones. They got fresh lyrics. They rhyme. They got the fucking tones. They got the harmonies. Fantastic. Big fucking fan. Somebody give a fucking award to the deepest bass fucking tree stump that I've ever heard in my entire life as he sings about "It's time for the forest of death," or whatever the fuck he was saying. I don't even know what he was saying. It was so fucking deep. My God, what a champion. I had a great time.
So Brendan likes the trees, the ones with the eyes and the face and teeth and the
I do like the trees. I like this I actually kind of like this forest bit. The forest bit's fun. In an arc where we're introduced to, for whatever reason, talking inanimate objects with faces and a will. Seeing said inanimate objects being used in this way, I mean, it both is basically like a Hansel and Gretel slash what do you call it? what's that other fucking one? Little Red Riding Hood situation, but just like times 1,000, which Oda does a really good job of just basically taking other people's homework and changing it a little, throwing it in his world and being like, yeah, this is just a natural thing that happens in my writing now. I have fun with this place. This place is stupid fun.
I like the environment being made of edible things. That's about it so far.
You like being in Candyland.
Yeah.
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 But you don't like when things talk to you.
No, I don't think I do. I don't think I like when the trees talk to me. I'm not Devin. I don't speak for the trees, and quite honestly, I don't want the trees to speak back to me.
And frankly, I don't want the trees to speak back to me. Well, I guess that's kind of fair.
Especially
this is
the
all
ground.
just one
Something
big
about the
bait too, by
ground
the way?
moving and talking, that made me the most unsettled, and I can't explain to you why.
Well, I mean, it's just like, it's just the ground, man. Like, it vibes just like everything else.
I don't know, man. So, like a tree moving around, I could accept that kind of, even if it's scary. The ground moving, like that would fuck me up once that's revealed to me. I'm just like, yeah, we the forest entities are shifting ourselves, so we always, confuse you and make you get lost. Bro, imagine it's like unknowingly being on one of those like vertical escalators at an airport. I couldn't deal. I guess that's just a treadmill when you read.
You mean horizontal?
Anyway, yes, a vertical, horizontal, treadmill, all those words. I couldn't deal with their current scenario is literally a nightmare hellscape of just like being perpetually stuck in a loop of some sort. I would mentally break down by now.
I mean, but if you were going to be there, surely a forest you could just eat your way out of is one of the better case scenarios, right?
Honestly, I'm convinced that's how Luffy gets out of this. He's going to eat his way out of this forest. He's going to find his friends.
He's just going to eat his way out of the forest.
And he's just going to eat everything. And that's how he defeats these sentient beings, because they're going to be like, oh, we're going to get you, Straw Hat Luffy. And then he's going to eat a fucking tree. And they're going to be like, oh my God, you monster. Get away from him. Run. And he's like, ooh.
I mean, but like, would he eat a tree though? Like, it's still just a tree. Like,
it is still just a tree. That one is not.
I don't know,
candy.
man. I think that tree's made of sun. Maybe it's a chocolate tree.
Oh, it's like a Tootsie Roll tree.
That's what I'm saying.
It's Tootsie Roll tree. Oh, I really like the idea of like just Luffy finally eats the one fucking like sentient thing, and then all of them are just like, okay, I don't fuck with that.
Oh God,
I'm not doing that.
Not like Big Mom does this every fucking day.
I like that all of them are just like, wait a minute, we didn't think he had the gall, but he does. Well, I can't fucking fuck with that.
Luffy, he's got that dog in him. Oh, never mind.
He's got that dog in him. Wait a minute, that's a good bit. I like that bit.
Oh man.
We also met like a weird dude who's just like vibing in the ground.
Yeah,
I wonder what his deal
some
is.
Giant purposely buried himself in this forest and is just vibing. He is really just big chillin'. Outside of the fact that he's got the spear stuck in him when that's a thing.
What if this is a Gaimon situation?
A Gaimon situation.
Oh shit.
Go on.
Like that guy just exists in the dirt. There is no origin story. That is who he is. He is one.
He's
with
lived
the
in
earth.
the dirt for years.
I think that would be great, actually, if we just never got an explanation for why this giant is buried in the ground. They just are. And
he's
we just
really
have to
good
accept
friends.
it.
He's really good friends with the local flora, so they all just like give him like apples and shit from time to time. But they never feed him juice, so that's why he's got a craving for juice right about now.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, guys. The number one thing he always says, like, you guys give me some juice? There's a fucking waterfall like right over there. All of them are just like, okay, I literally don't have any of the patience to deal with this fucking lunacy right now. Which, to be fair, I feel that. If I saw a giant-faced dude stuck in the ground asking me for, juice from my local river, I don't know how I would react either. Like that's a little sus, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, but like this now we're stuck in this loop. We have to start doing things differently to try and see if we can shake up the loop. So we gotta maybe giving the giant stuck in the ground some apple juice opens up a new dialogue path, and we can get out of the forest somehow.
Maybe that's what we are. Maybe it's not the forest moving around. Maybe they're really stuck in some like cursed zone that they need, like they're in like Groundhog Day, right?
Yeah.
And they need to like do the right actions in order to progress the true timeline.
Yeah.
Whoa. I like this idea. Hold on, wait a minute. So you're telling me that it's all a fucking paradox. Everything's a sci-fi.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're just perpetually stuck. You know how there would be choose your own adventure books that could end this way too, where you just end up flipping back and forth between the same pages if you just make the same dumb mistake. It's the same thing. They're in a choose your own adventure book and they just keep getting flipped back to page 17 where they end up at this guy in the ground. And now, so we have to try a different pathway.
Somebody has to choose your own adventure. Choose your own adventure. Fucking devil fruit, man.
Choose your own adventure. Choose your own adventure fruit.
God damn it! Not like this. Not again.
Oh, it was really cooked this time.
The choose fruit.
The choose fruit.
Oh fuck! Wait a minute. That's actually pretty good. I like that. I'm gonna write that one down.
It's the goose fruit for Goosebumps because those were the original choose your own adventure book that I read anyway.
Just that would fucking so you just get stuck in this infinite perpetual like you have to make different decisions if you ever want to get out of your predicament.
Yeah.
The caveat being is that there is always a way to get out of your predicament, but you have to make the right choices or you risk going back to the start every time. That would be really funny. I like that.
Oh, to write that down for a future movie. That one's free.
That one's free.
That one's free.
That one's free, Oda. Don't you worry, man. But but we also we met in the forest as well, of course. None other than I don't know, some lady who that Carrot was like, you look like a tree, and she's like, of course I'm not a fucking tree. I'm a person. Why you dogging me like this? What the fuck? My name's Brule. And we see nothing more about her. She just goes like, I'm gonna chop your face off. And then when we don't see it, we haven't seen her again.
I was with you the whole time.
We've been friends for forever.
I've always been strong on Luffy.
I love how this part of whatever her fucking base power set is so fucking confusing to me. At some point, she must have faked being Luffy, became his doppelganger to keep him at bay for whatever period of time. Then the crew ran past him and they all thought they were running together with Luffy, but it was fake Luffy. And then at some point, real Luffy tried to use his, he tried to talk through doppelganger Luffy to warn them that it was the fake Luffy. But that also must therefore require that this chick Brule has the ability to forcibly make the real body do whatever they want, I guess, which is what caused them to run away from each other in the first place. I don't know. I'm so confused with this lady's power, honestly.
I don't understand this whatsoever.
Here's what I think happened.
No sense to me.
Because I think Luffy is dumb enough to let this happen. So the crew approached Luffy and his clone, right? And they're like, Luffy, we're going to go back to the Sunny. They leave with a Luffy. I think they left with the copy from the get-go. For whatever reason, Luffy was big dumb and pulled a Zoro and ran in the wrong direction.
He's not that stupid. He's never been that stupid.
This doesn't make any sense.
Maybe I'm coping, but I think he's that stupid. I think
you're coping a little bit.
I think you're coping really hard.
If the three of them go, hey, run with us, we're going back to the Sunny, there's no reason that real Luffy should run deeper into the forest unless he's forced to somehow. Which is like where I'm confused that the Luffy that we know got banished to the mirror dimension somehow and then, I don't know, thought he was running with them, but then wasn't, and suddenly he's alone, and the Brule Luffy is the one running with them, because otherwise, regular Luffy is not going to run the opposite direction of his own accord. It doesn't make any sense to me. So I am also in the camp of, well, what is going on with Brule's power here that our Luffy... And when did it happen? Like, really? Was it when Doppelganger Luffy rolled up in the first place? Was there some other time? Because I'm pretty sure at no point before this was Luffy separated from them. So from group of people.
It definitely happened as they were passing the Luffy and the Doppelganger fighting. And they were like, we're going to go back to the ship. Because even from the moment that they were running towards the ship, you could see that the features on Luffy were the mirror version of Luffy's feet. Astute watchers will recognize that the fake Luffy has mirror image features, meaning like the scars on the wrong side and shit like that. So from the get-go, from the minute they passed them again, it was fake Luffy. the whole time. And I'm like, okay, so the only way this works is if you can force real Luffy to do your bidding as you see fit, which I believe. But then you immediately dump on that theory when real Luffy tries to find his own loophole to talk to them through the fake Luffy with his own sentence being like, you're running with the wrong me or whatever. So I'm like, does she have control or not?
Well,
So I'm getting
okay. There's some whatchamacallit, conflicting information is, I guess, or whatever. Luffy definitely didn't warn them with intention. He was just lost without them or whatever. He's like, hey, where are you guys? And the copy, mirrored his speech and then had to, shut its own mouth or whatever. So yeah.
Right, but either the copy is a slave to the actions of the real Luffy and you just become the annoyance that it stands in their way like indefinitely, but that doesn't explain why Luffy would run in the wrong fucking direction. So the copy must also simultaneously have the ability and authority to force real Luffy to do certain things.
Well,
Which that's the case.
The only rebuttal I have to this is that maybe some feature of whatever mirror world or illusion is created gave real Luffy the, illusion that he was running alongside his friends, and then eventually it disappears. Maybe when Brûlée reveals herself as not Luffy. So it doesn't necessarily have to be coercion that she's forced Luffy into believing this or has taken over his body in some way. But he could have been under the illusion maybe that he was running with his friends. And so I'm like, maybe, but who knows?
Nah, I don't know. It just sounds all fucking made up to me.
It's definitely all made up.
The Luffy clone is a particular, I guess, exception because yes, it is clone, but also it was Brûlée. So I'm thinking default clone settings are you just copy everything the original does in the opposite whatever, right? You mirror it. Excuse me. So that's why the clone would speak whatever Luffy says, but because it's Brûlée, she's like, oh wait, I gotta take agency again. You know what I'm saying? So if she wasn't actively taking control of the wheel, if she left it on, let's say, autopilot, the default setting is just be Luffy and do what he does.
I see. Listen, I don't know, man. I'm confused, man. I don't know how I feel about this Brûlée character. Fucking pissing me off.
Yeah, I don't know. And I mean, the other facet of this is it also mirroring the other characters like the Sanji that's running through the forest, or eventually we see at the end of these chapters we get Chopper and Nami and Carrot. It would stand to reason that it's her, but as far as I could tell, I didn't look too closely, but it didn't look like those characters were mirrored in the same way, like the features were mirrored the same way that Luffy was. So I don't know.
Because there was some weirdness. So, for instance, I think it happened with Chopper, and I think it maybe happened with Nami. It was two different characters, but for instance, it was Chopper in tiny OG form, but he was running on all fours, which is weird.
Well, he ran on all fours in tiny form?
Yes. And then I'm pretty sure either Carrot or Nami copy did the exact same thing. They walked on all fours or just did a not normal movement. And I was like, so what's going on?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I do not have answers to that.
I don't like this chick. This chick freaks me out.
You know what? I
think it was. I was sorry. I was trying to remember. I think it was Nami does a bunny hop.
Yes,
yes, that does happen.
Yeah.
I will say as well, I'm looking at images. I'm looking at images, and I think you're absolutely right. For example, Sanji, which would be the easiest one to identify. His swirly eyes are not in the mirror opposite direction.
They're the same, right?
They are in the same, or the side of his hair that he parts is the exact same.
Yes.
So that would tell me that they are not mirror copies.
Yeah. So either this is a different facet of Brûlée's power, or there's some other Devil Fruit user also in play here. But it feels like it's probably still just Brûlée, and we're inflating another Devil Fruit worth of abilities. But who knows?
Sounds like the animation team overlooked some details.
Who knows?
I also believe that could be the case as well. I'd give him, but maybe.
Yeah, we'll have to see when we pick up next week, perhaps. Hopefully.
Also, can I just say what's something that's really also fucking whack. How dare they fucking introduce an entire race of animal people only to immediately introduce a fucking animal person that is not a member of said animal race.
That was nonsense. I was like, oh, another mink.
What is happening?
No, it's no mink. He doesn't use electro. And I'm like, well, maybe he's choosing not to use it. You don't know that. And then
fucking rabbit on rabbit crime, and then apparently Karen over here's a fucking racist. Goes like, she's not one of my kind. And I'm like, oh shit,
hold on
dude.
now. Let's not throw around the R word.
there is no prejudice in that tiny rabbit's body, all right?
I sense a lot of prejudice. That's all I'm getting
a spade.
She's just noting that it's a person who it's an animal, a humanoid that isn't a mink. So obviously there's something different here. Now, this could be...
Well, hold on. I thought everyone was a mink. I thought even the people that don't have hair were minks. What happened? What happened to this inclusivity, Carrot?
All right, well, hold on. There's a little truth because I did say that. But
that's all I'm saying.
She also may not have knowledge of Zoan devil fruits. Is probably where this is mostly coming from.
Well, that's true. But there's literally Chopper. Chopper's right there. Chopper's right there.
Maybe she's just assumed he was a mink this whole time. I don't know.
What the fuck? She can tell that he's not a mink, but she doesn't suss out Chopper? What is this fucking double standard?
Well, okay, that's true. I'm just making up shit now, but that is fair. Maybe she just never questioned it.
This is you know what this arc's theme is? Because Big Mom's dream is to include all the races on the planet. It's to prove that everyone other than Big Mom and her campaign are all just prejudice. That's all it is. Fucking starting with Carrot. She's the first domino of the real villains of this arc.
Brendan.
What is this Devin ass take I'm hearing right now? What is going on?
Listen. I got too excited, so now I'm rolling with it. And I don't know if
what if there is just a different race of animal humanoid people, though?
Nah, bro, I'd be mad.
What do you mean you'd be mad? What are you talking about?
Because it feels so redundant at that point. Like, minks were made to be so special, and then you're just like, well, here's a mink, but not. Like,
here's Mink 2.
An animal human by any other name is just as sweet.
I don't know, man. Cause like it just no. It's a no for me, Chief.
It's a no for me. No. I can't have more than one animal race in my anime. That would be too much. That would be too silly.
I mean, okay, so there's like mermen, and then there's like there's mermaids, mermen, and fish people. So like, those are distinct races, but like they're similar enough where you could be like, well, I'd make them different. Why just fishmen be fishmen or make them all mermaids? Blah blah blah. So I'm a hypocrite for this, but this is the hill I'm choosing to die on.
Okay, you know what? As long as you know it's a hill that you're dying on, then that's fine, I guess.
Sure.
What a fucking take.
Yeah, I want to hear from you, Mr. Carrot's racist.
Well, that is me. That's honestly true. But yeah, there's a lot of shit going on in the Seducing Woods. I am having a good time in the Seducing Woods, though, even if it is like a little fluffy at times. It's just weird enough where I'm like, okay, you've still got my attention for now. Give me another musical number, though, and you'll keep me for a lot longer.
You'll keep me reeled in as long as you dole out a musical number every 3 or 4 episodes. I'm here.
I'm all in, baby. Let's all get it.
Christian, how are you handling the musical numbers?
They're fine. They're fine so far. The first one was decent. Even I'd go so far as to say that this one was just kind of whatever. But I'm fine. I'm chilling.
Nice.
We're enjoying the musical arc.
We're fine with the musical arc for now. We'll see how future ones go.
But they, the other half of these episodes was mostly just getting insight into Sanji's situation. So we got a lot of Sanji shit this set. I feel like
we did get some Sanji.
So the number one thing that we learned is more about Germa Kingdom, and that they do in fact have a leader. It is in fact none other than our blonde boy's father. Or former father, or whatever the fuck that situation is, biological father, not to be confused with the pickled leg Zeph, because he's big chilling back on the Baratier, where in the East Blue or whatever. But we learned that Germa is, in addition to being in control by Sanji's biological father, it is a country that is made up of a bunch of fuck off snails that each have land on them, and they interlock to make a big island.
Yeah, they do.
And I like that. I don't know why that makes me fucking laugh.
It did kind of tickle me too, I'll be honest. It was very funny to watch the snail retreat back into its giant shell, and then it lines up, and the gadgets on either side of it just go and just like lock into place with the two nearby ones, and suddenly you've got another piece to your puzzle kingdom here.
It's a very versatile kingdom where you can really just assort yourself in whatever fucking order and fancy you choose.
Yeah, it's a very modular kingdom that we've got here. I will say it doesn't seem that regular people really live here. That would be extremely inconvenient if just suddenly you were out back tending your garden and then you just hear a loud rumbling as the snail detaches and suddenly your snail's going sent off to war. So you as a normal person probably not living in the Germa kingdom.
I don't know. They seem to have a lot of people out there. I don't know. They seem fine.
They do, but like I kind of agree with Christian. It's like what's like a native Germa citizen? Like this feels more like they drafted random men across the world for their army, less to be citizens.
But like there
were
women too.
guns.
Like I think that's just all their citizens. Like all the citizens are a part of an army. Like I think that's the bit here.
Yeah, it definitely seems like only soldiers and people who are going to go off and fight actually live in Germa Kingdom.
Yeah.
Unless there are
like
regular
they're like
citizens in like the
country.
inner part, and it just never detaches or goes anywhere. But I don't think that's the case. The Vinsmoke family does not seem like the type to really care about having civilians chilling, eating up resources.
Nah, I don't think so. I think Mr. Judge here is a little too self-centered to be letting anyone have any idle time on his kingdom without doing something that actively benefits him specifically.
Yeah,
at least that's gonna be my gut opinion. I think on all these.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna hold the same level of confidence in Judge's character that in that way. So I just fucking which we see a lot more of later, of course. But
yeah, we do. I remember at one point in time I was really coming to bat for the Vinsmokes here, saying that we still don't know anything about them. That the jury was out on if they could possibly be good people. So now that we're here, yeah, this guy's an asshole for sure.
A bit of a cunt. Yeah,
he's a bit of a cock. Actually, I kind of hate him. He pisses me off, in fact.
Yeah, he's kind of a shithead, awful father.
Just terrible human being, all said and done.
Yeah. Bro, that dad tier list round 2.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That updated dad tier list gonna go fucking crazy on Judge, let me tell you.
Judge is not gonna escape the bad dad allegations on this one, boy.
Never.
We might have to make his own tier list, or rather his own tier.
He might make his own category.
Yeah. So I do have a question. Before we get into the details of this flashback we get for Sanji's childhood, do you think we're going to get more, or is this it? Are we going to get more sprinkles about like what was going on in Sanji's childhood before he found Zeph? Things like that.
I mean, there's always room for it. I'm not going to say wholesale that there won't be any more, because I'm sure there's potential for more, but we seem to have gotten a lot of the important beats of his childhood where, no pun intended, where he got...
no.
No, not like this.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry, Sanji. Where we get exposed to the times that his 3 brothers beat him up, and his father was trying to teach him sword fighting, and he just didn't want to, and then he's locked in the cell, so on and so forth. So obviously, yeah, there's plenty of room for exposure to more of these things that Judge did to just make Sanji's childhood miserable. And then, of course, we probably are going to get the moment that Sanji escapes or separates himself from the Vinsmoke family is like the most important thing that we need to get at some point. So other than that, there's plenty of room for more tragic shit that have happened, but that's the one in particular that I'm like really waiting for at this point.
Do you think Sanji left or he was kicked out?
I think he left.
Okay.
I think that's kind of clear.
You
I don't
think-
know.
you
I'm
think
just
that he
saying,
was like,
it
well, I'm
doesn't seem
tired of this
impossible
shit.
for Judge to just throw his son overboard and then, not give a shit about him for 13 years or however long it's been.
I guess that's true. I'm mainly basing it off of the fact that Sanji is the one who keeps saying that he renounced the family and wants nothing to do with the family. So in my head, that's like he made the decision. But it could also be that he was still held some shred of hope for his family, and then Dad throws him overboard, and then that's when Sanji makes this vow to never speak to his family again and so on. So I guess it's true. It could still be kind of up in the air. I'm going to stick to Sanji is the one who made his way away from it though, and just see what goes on there.
Yeah, I feel bad for our blonde boy here. He came from a family that was not very unkind to him at a young age. His brothers were assholes. And then he couldn't even confide in his own father for protection. He was like, honestly, fucking good. What a fucking dickhead.
Man, fuck Judge.
bad
That's
for
all I
him.
gotta say.
Yeah,
All
fuck this
my
guy.
homies hate
I hate him.
Judge.
Also, who fucking names their kid Judge? What kind of fucking name is Judge? Like, we got Reiju, which is like literally 0 plus Jew, which I'm not gonna pretend to know what G or Jew and G are. But you got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then fucking Judge. Excuse me? Who the fuck are you?
To be fair, Judge came first.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But like, he had parents. The fuck were they thinking? They were like, oh, I know what to name my child. Judge.
I mean,
Judge Vinsmoke.
Judge came up with even less creative names for his children.
I don't disagree with that either. I'm not 0, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay,
Yeah.
is there a lack of creativity in the names? Yes, but they sound good to me personally. Like Reiju, Ichiji, Nichiji, Sanji, Yonji. I don't know. I like that. Tickles my belly. But
Yonji don't
Judge
work
is
for me.
lame.
Yonji's fucked. The rest of them, they can get a pass. I'll give.
Damn.
Yonji's where I draw the line.
Really?
Yeah, Green G is not missing the fucking, or is not losing or winning the good name allegations. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Green G needs to figure his shit out.
He needs to get his shit together.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Blue G though, with those sweet ass goggles, he's got his life together. No, they're all shitheads.
Blue G's definitely got his life together. Reggie, I'll give him his hair. His hair's pretty nice, but like, you're also a fucking asshole. So
No, they're all pieces of shit, right? All three brothers and the sister, just terrible. Just terrible.
Well, actually,
Not great.
I do want to ask about the sister. I don't have a good read on her. She has this, I don't know if it's inconsistent or whatever, but she gives me the air of someone who definitely maybe didn't actively participate in beating up Sanji or whatever. She was very much a bystander, which is
she
bad.
wasn't. She laughed at him.
Yeah, I
That's a
think
bystander.
she
right?
doesn't.
What do you mean?
She just didn't help her brother. She just moved on.
No, she's literally. Go ahead, Christian, please.
She didn't just look at him and walk away. She didn't even have a sad face on. She laughed at his being beaten by the other three and her dad calling him weak and a failure. That's just as bad. She inflicted the mental damage, and the brothers inflicted the physical damage.
But then
he's getting assaulted on all fronts.
But then she treated his wounds after the fight
Because she stands for something to gain.
And then she put fucking cuffs on his hands that blow his fucking hands up. What do you
All
mean?
I'm saying is, I think Reiju has. She's a conflicted character. She's like, man, I think I actually care about my brother a little bit, at least way more than the rest of the family.
I don't think that's true.
But also,
she might be
follow Dad's orders.
She might be the most psychotic of all of them.
Yeah. You know what it is? The other three, you don't need to question their motive because their motive is I'm an asshole aggressor. You know what Reiju's fucking issue is? Is that she does what she wants when she wants on a whim, and that's the most chaotic and dangerous of them all.
She's plotting shit.
Yeah.
Like the guys, they see Sanji and they go, fuck that guy. And then they beat him up on the spot. Reiju has plans. She lays groundwork. And that takes thought and effort. And she's more dangerous to Sanji than the other three, in my opinion.
Totally agree with this take. Anyone that sees these episodes and goes like, yeah, I think Reiju's cool, is not fucking paying attention. What are you even talking about?
Maybe you're the one not paying attention. I see the signs, bro. They're there.
The signs.
Well, Well, you didn't see this when fucking Carrot was acting prejudiced is all I'm just kidding. So who's really seeing the lines between the seeds just I lose my old
Only
thread.
time will tell. Time will tell who is the truther.
Yeah,
and
only
who is the
time will
liar.
tell.
Yeah, I mean, right now there is no evidence to suggest that Reiju is currently on Sanji's side.
Absolutely
if she is,
not.
she's doing a great job hiding it, like a fantastic job hiding it. But again, only points more towards her like psychosis, in my
Okay,
opinion.
wait.
Yeah.
Hold up. Wait a minute. What if Reiju was bullied first, but then, Sanji comes along and they're like, oh, this guy's way more pathetic. And so Reiju like hides herself from like, yeah, beat up that kid. Leave me alone.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
say you're wrong, but also it seems to be implied that all five of these kids were born at the same time.
Yes,
My
5
understanding
total,
was I
and all-
think Reiju was born first, and then the other 4 were born in one batch, which is crazy, by
I
the way.
suppose it's possible.
Well, except
It's
maybe
only-
Yonji. I
it's
think
only-
I understood as Ichiji and Sanji were born as twins or whatever. But
triplets.
Yonji, they said that was the youngest, right? So you have to come
I
after
mean,
Sanji.
there can be a youngest out of quintuplets too, just the last one to come out. It's technically
Yeah,
still the
yeah,
youngest.
exactly.
Oh, what is
people-
that nonsense?
I'm not gonna.
Brother, that's the bit. Yes, that is what makes this whole sibling rivalry a fucking farce. Because there are no older and younger siblings. They were all born within fucking minutes of each other. Yes, welcome to the discussion.
But this is definitely the petty shit that royalty and higher class people would get up to, and is probably literally what happened too in ancient times, where if twins were born, the one who came out first is technically considered the elder and thus is going to ascend to the throne and whatever bullshit. So this happened.
Yeah.
There is precedent for this stuff.
I like how Justin's like, he's like outraged by this, but it didn't even dawn on him until now that like they were fighting over, or like they're arguing amongst themselves, saying like older and younger, and he's like, wait a minute, you're like 2 minutes older than me. Fuck that.
If there's any twins out there in our community, send us a DM and tell us whether or not this is something that happens in your life where
I bet
maybe
you
you're
they
the younger
I fucking
or
bet you they
older
do.
twin.
I'm sure that there's a little bit of that at some point in their time, or like maybe like tongue in cheek, they joke about it from time to time. Like, well, I'm older than you. It's like, yeah, shut the fuck up. You're like a minute older than me.
Yeah, I can almost guarantee you what happens. But this carries more weight with the aristocracy and the importance of who came first here.
I'm still on Reiju's side. I believe in her.
Okay.
I think you're just another simp, but that's just I'm just kidding.
Whoa, brother! Listen, I am a perfectly normal man with a perfect normal amount of appreciation for this one female character. I wasn't one of these two goons over here and be like, yo, she was giving the suck. She was sucking the life into Luffy. I'm like, bro,
what are you even saying, man? No one said that
episode.
I mean, I made the joke, but I'm not pro Reiju, especially not now.
I don't know. You and Devin were pretty pro Reiju that day. That's all I know.
This seems like a gross overstatement of what I was saying.
All right, but as an aside, excuse me. So we get introduced to Judge. Yeah, his backstory is he's an asshole who wants to take over the North Blue, and he made it very clear that he wants this marriage to go through because he wants Big Mom's like fury at his beck and call. And he was like, well, but I got to marry up one of my kids, and like they're all precious to me. And then he's like, but then I had this really fucking good idea. I just go find your sorry ass and make you do it.
Yeah, I don't want my respectable children to marry that hag's children. But then I remembered I got you, a failure, but still carries my name. So,
but still technically my blood, whether I like it or not. But let me be clear, I do not, just so we're all aware.
But Big Mom does, and that's what's important.
You fucking jackass. So before he explains all this, him and Sanji decide to get in a little bit of a tussle, which I feel kind of bad for the boy. At one point, they're squaring off, and then Judge is like, "Wow, you're not a complete fucking failure. For a complete failure, you're not like a terrible person in a fight or whatever." And then Sanji, gets an opportunity to be like, I don't fight with my hands. I only fight with my legs now because I'm a man. kicks a fucking sword in his face. Judge is like, cute. Then he murks his own guy while attempting to stab Sanji. And then Sanji goes flying at one point, and then he has like an internal monologue, and he's like, listen, little me, you don't owe this guy fucking any respect, right? Like, do we owe this guy anything? I don't think we do. You tell me. And I'm like, oh man, that sucks. He's having his internal monologue.
God, I wish Sanji was just a little bit of a villain for this one moment. To just be like, well, I shouldn't kick these innocent people, but they're in between me and my father, and I got beef with the old man. So, and you three individuals clearly have some sense to you and know what you're doing. So I'm gonna kick my father through you. But no, Sanji's too much of a good person and held the L to his dad for being the scummy dude he is.
Well, I think he was just stun locked because like he doesn't respect his own man already, and now he sees men that are willing to literally lay down their lives for him, and he just can't, like, in that moment, like, he's fucking flabbergasted. He can't even wrap his head around it. He can't react because he's like, it doesn't process in his brain. Everything he knows about his own dad being literally the worst person on the fucking planet, the one that made his life a living fucking hell to the point where they are no longer in each other's lives, and yet there are these three fucking no-name motherfuckers that come out of nowhere that are just ready to take on death on behalf of their leader over nothing at that. So of course Sanji would be like, I can't process this. What is happening? If anything, it's in direct counter to everything he tried to program himself about his old man. Because everything he does today is just trying to reinforce himself that everything he believes about his father, he's a terrible person. He's the scum of the earth. His family is terrible. He should never have anything to do with them. And yet, somehow, they still command the kind of respect of people in their circle where they are willing to literally lay down their lives for him. Sanji can't handle it, man. It's breaking his brain.
Been a new low.
He
was like, listen, I knew you were scummy, but I didn't think you were this scummy. Holy shit.
I don't even think it's that. I think he literally just can't wrap his mind around that anyone could actually respect this guy. And yet here we are. And you see, he was stun locked, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Other random tidbit for a reason I hate Judge. I don't like his sparky leg. Why he got a sparky leg, bro? Why couldn't he just be a regular dude with some regular weapons? Just regular. Boots. Like, I like the boots. I like the little squeak. All right, we could have just kept it as, booster
we
shoes
don't need
or
the squeak.
Jet boots, whatever. Why he got a sparky leg? Why he do that? I don't like that.
Well, I mean, he's like a scientist guy. He's got all sorts of shit.
Man, fuck him. I swear to God, if the other kids have a sparky leg or insert other elemental version of a leg here, I'm gonna be pissed.
Well, I mean, one of them's already poisoned, so like, yeah, I'm gonna assume that each of them have some kind of weird power. Yeah.
Listen, elemental power, I'm kind of okay with it, but it's particularly in the leg and the kick with it.
Are you just mad because that's Sanji's thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do not want any parallels between him and his father. Please.
Yeah.
Can I be the real devil's advocate? I think that was more an Oda direction on I think Judge is the one who's like, oh, okay, fine. You want to fight with your legs? Well, let me show you what my legs can do, because he's like, he just wants to taunt the boy. Well, let's be real.
I don't need his reasoning. I just don't want to do it. Cease and desist.
Just stop.
Just stop.
But wait. This is the kind of writing that we should be praising, like the attempts to make characters that are trying to reinforce like just how fucking shitty they are.
I do not want parallels between this boy and his biological father. I want none. It's already bad enough they're both blonde.
They are both blonde. It is funny that, the only one that is blonde in of that family is the ugly duckling.
Yeah, he is the most his son out there of them.
Hate it. Awful. Also, I don't know if this is true. This is just something that like dawned on me in terms of like a speculation. Does Judge have similar facial hair to Zeph?
Does Judge have similar facial hair to Zeph? Can you expand on that?
So Judge has like a triangle formation for facial hair. He has a fucking sliver for a goatee and then two antennas for a mustache that go into like a V shape. And I know Zeph has at least his mustache is braided, and I know it like has, holds its position. I just don't remember if it like, has the same orientation as Judge's facial hair.
Zeph's braids are definitely downward facing. I'll tell you that much.
Yes.
Okay.
Zeph's braids
is shorter also. The goatee is shorter also. And also all of his hair is blonde. Whereas this guy, for some reason, has, which is another like strange one. Just he's got blonde hair and then jet black facial hair.
That is a little weird. But to be fair, Sanji does too, actually.
I agree, but they also have the same
parallels.
They have the same patch too. Their goatee is basically the same. I think Sanji keeps a little bit more on the chin rather than just the straight line down. But
I like this.
Mm-hmm.
This is awful. You know what? One of you asked me how I was feeling about these episodes. I said I enjoyed it. I take it back. I hate these episodes.
I hate these episodes, actually.
All right, well, I mean, can't fault the man, I guess.
Suddenly he hates it.
You know what? After talking about it for the last 45 minutes, I've decided to come to the conclusion that I fucking hate this.
Fuck this set of episodes, and fuck Judge.
Fuck this. Fuck Judge. Let's run this
fuck
back.
These episodes.
Yeah, let's kick this back up next week. I'm done.
fuck that hobo that was here earlier. Fuck everything.
Yeah, exactly. We did get Sanji. We did give Sanji a little bit of retribution against his brothers, though, earlier than this part where he gets to beat the shit out of Yonji.
Bro,
So
I hope we get to
least.
flashback to what he did exactly. Because how you dent your brother's face, bro? That's crazy.
That was a little strange to me. I'm a little lost on exactly why this is the way we chose to do this. I don't know. It almost in my head, I was for a second like, are they all robots? It's like, why his face look like that though? Like that they take these two giant fuck off. What is it? Like they just smash his face together and suddenly it's good.
Even
like,
out, it is.
yeah, like what is this? I don't get it.
Maybe they're like Frankie. Maybe Frankie comes along and he bonds with them.
I want to see the episode where Frankie smacks his face in with a hydraulic press and goes, "Okay, I fixed me."
Okay, I'm good.
That's what I want to see.
Frankie has more human, skeletal structure and whatnot, organs than these kids probably have.
Have you seen it?
I don't think he does. He just has a back in his brain, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like he could
Literally
get
the
to
only
the
parts
back,
that are
so he's
human.
at least got a spine and stuff, right? I think there's a lot more
Frankie?
human parts left in Frankie. That's all I'm saying. Compared to these kids, at least these kids are probably 100% aluminum at this point.
Yeah, science may have gone too far on this one.
And that kind of seems the point of the whole shindig of this German kingdom. They're like, what did Judge say? At some point, he was like, war advances science or something to that effect. This guy just wants to progress science. To what end? I could not tell you.
Well, he wants to go to more war so that he can get better science, so that he can go back to war, so that he can get better science, so that he can go back to war.
But
then
when does it
eventually you
end?
do that
When
enough
does the
times.
science become good enough?
It doesn't.
Apparently, when he takes over the North Blue. Or maybe that's where the neat part is. It does it, yeah. That's what it is. That's the neat part. It doesn't.
It doesn't. We just keep going.
We
More
rinse
science,
and repeat
more
the
war.
cycle.
Never stop. Choo choo.
Exactly.
More science, more war. More science, more war. I think these episodes are doing something to my brain, guys.
What?
Hey, turn into a
I got-
warhawk? What's going on?
I got prejudice on the brain. I'm talking about more science and more war. I at one point I was giving Judge a favor. I don't even know what was going on.
So moving
Mhm,
onward to post-match stuff with Sanji. Reiju's cleaning him up. He's still trying to wave her off, blah, blah, blah. And then Judge comes in, mocks him, tells him a story of like, it's hoping to resolve this peacefully. Big mom, this and that and the other. And, I care about my kids. I don't want them to be married into the family. But then I remember how you existed, and I don't give a crap about you. You're a sacrifice. And then Reiju slaps on these explosive cuffs, very similar to what Celestial Dragons use for their slaves.
Yeah,
and-
Judge heard from Sanji like, hey, I hear you told me earlier today that you only use your hand, like your hands are very precious to you. You use them for your friends. Well, what if I just put bombs on them in case you do something I don't like?
Perfect. Just the weakness I needed to exploit from you.
Yeah, really. Like, come on, Sanji, why do you even say anything? Like, keep your fucking mouth shut, man. Damn it. You don't know this guy's shit.
I have a follow-up question. So Sanji's getting something of a backstory plus, backstory 2, if you will. Do you think there's a chance that any other Straw Hat gets similar treatment down the road?
I guess. Sure.
I think it would depend on the context, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. it sort of I can't immediately think of what like where there are gaps in many of the other Straw Hats, I guess, to be able to fit something like that in. I suppose it's always possible. This sort of thing came out of nowhere. Like we knew Sanji. Well, I guess not entirely out of nowhere. We knew Sanji somehow got away from his original family and then ends up on that cooking ship and then ends up with Zeph. So sure,
Same thing happened to Frankie. His family tossed him overboard, and then he landed in Water 7 and became Tom's son.
It's true. So, there is some parallel there, or there's potential for something in like I don't know, like Robin in between leaving the burning remnants of her island and ending up with Crocodile. Like any number of things could have happened in between there too. So I guess, or Nami's parents, when she got picked up on whatever island that got ravaged by war. Sure, there's options for some of the other Straw Hats, but so I'm not going to say that it can't happen. Oda has a way of finding loops to tie in no matter what, like Brook and Laboon. Nobody, I don't think anybody thought Laboon was going to be relevant to somebody else's other than just coming back to them eventually. But here we are with Brook being the part of the crew that Laboon has been waiting for all this time. So yeah, there's always a chance that Oda cooks something up and makes it happen.
Listen, I'm just saying I have my fingers crossed for a very particular character. I won't say names. It could be anybody.
Zoro.
This is just to him. Yeah, he's just trying to give you an agenda.
All right. There's plenty of options.
Or Law.
Not a Straw
Why is
Hat.
Law in the running? What the fuck?
We were talking about Straw
Hat
Hats
for the moment, all right?
No, he's a friend of the Straw Hats.
No, he's not a fucking Straw Hat. Get out of here.
He's an honorary Straw Hat.
He is not on the boat. Get out of here.
He's literally
He has his
on
own
the boat.
He has his own fucking boat, buddy. His own boat. It's a cool submarine and everything.
His own
Get out
boat,
of here.
his own crew.
Listen, I remember the time
got his own everything.
Until Law pulls a Jinbei, he's not a Straw Hat.
What does that even mean, pull a Jinbei?
Jinbei's leaving his current crew to go hang out with the Straw Hats.
Oh, right.
Fool.
Oh, speaking of Jinbei, he was in the newspaper. What you think that's about? Since
Yeah, he was on the
Pedro
newspaper.
and Brooke pulled up to Sweet Moms.
Sweet
Big
Mom.
Mom.
Peg leg Jinbei. Peg leg Jinbei.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you weren't here for this, but we talked about the quote unquote roulette wheel that's really just a dartboard that he is meant to engage with, or Big Mom is going to engage with. And we came to the conclusion that the best case scenario for Jinbei is he loses a leg because you'd replace it with a peg leg and really it would look no different because Jinbei has skipped every single leg day of his entire life.
Yeah.
I like Jinbei. Jinbei is a homie. He's done a lot of
Dude
good
is
stuff.
built like Mr. Potato Head, bro.
Holy
You can't say
shit. Holy shit. Has he never thought about leg day once? So basically a peg leg would be no difference for him. He already has peg legs.
Peg leg Jinbei.
And because all the rest of the stuff is like it's arm, head, and then that laughing king figure, which I think we just concluded is he becomes another husband for Big Mom if you land
that was
one.
our conclusion. Yeah.
So either no, go on.
No, we were saying that if you land on the crown face, you must bear a child with Big Mom.
Yeah. So that the real best case scenario I think here is he lands a tenor, one of those small tens. He loses 10 years of his life and that's it. But we'll see, I guess. The news I'm gonna hope is just that Jinbei's been allowed out of Big Mom's crew, and then with seemingly lesser consequence, perhaps.
Bro, what if Jinbei is dead?
It's just plainly not true, but
What do you mean?
Yeah, I don't think
Completely not
Christian's
true.
I don't think Christian would never buy that. Come on, man. He's
completely
smarter than that.
nonsense. What are you talking about? What if Jinbei's dead? I mean, what if though?
So I'm saying, like, it seemed like a very plausible option I don't remember the dartboard very well, but I feel like death was an option.
I mean, death is a very high likelihood, but it didn't happen. But what if?
But what if?
Well, what if?
That's all I am saying.
We did
bro.
see somebody die in this set of episodes for the first time in a long time.
There
Did
was
he
that
die, though?
soldier. And then they killed Big Mom's son Moscato a couple weeks ago.
Well, allegedly killed Moscato.
Yeah, I don't
What
think
do you
that's a
mean, bro?
legend.
We talked
That's an
about that at
alleged.
the time too, where there's those little
Yeah.
ghosty things that clean up after, and one of the other people, one of Big Mom's other crewmates or sons is like,
Mondor.
"Hey, make sure you pick up every last second or whatever." So there were some cotton candy seconds left behind that Big Mom didn't absorb of the 40 years or whatever she took from Moscato.
I'm gonna say Moscato's
he's
dead.
alright
That's
for
all I'm
sure.
saying.
That guy's probably all right. He might be 80 some odd years old now, but he's alive.
You know what? I need to Google for conclusive.
Haven't you not seen this arc? Don't you want to be surprised?
Bro, I live for spoilers. Spoilers are fun to me.
Oh my god!
Also, this is like
guy.
I
Animal.
listen. They told me he's dead, and I need proof that he's dead.
So get it with during the show. I hate you.
I'm not gonna tell you what the results are.
Let the show tell you.
Listen, what if it never tells me, huh? What if this is just some shit that gets offloaded to like an SBS
Then you figure that out. You figure that out later. Let the
That's
let
what
the
I'm
show
doing right
cook.
now.
No, this isn't later. Later is in the arc is ended and it's not relevant anymore or something.
Why would
I don't
do
know.
that? I'm probably not even gonna remember. The time is now, Christian. The time is now.
Justin, they brought Laboon back 500 episodes with some the new Straw Hats backstory. It can happen fucking whenever.
It can't happen. Whatever. It really
Moscato
can't.
can come back and be the One Piece for all we know.
Oh, jeez.
I hate
love
you.
it.
What do you?
I hate you.
Listen, man. I'm just
Devin-
simply
Devin
not
cares
bound
more about
by
spoilers
your
than you.
linear necessity for like I need to know in this order. I cannot be spoiled on things, otherwise it will ruin my enjoyment. I'm simply not held down by that kind of thing.
Held down.
That's
Just
you who's
ruining the
raging right now. I'm just
ruining the
excited as
entire
ever.
narrative process.
I enjoy it. I literally no sweat off my back. If anything, it entices me more.
Oh shit. My brain's still cooked, by the way. I can't form a single coherent thought anymore. I've been laughing too much. I think it's time we call this.
I think the only other thing that we get in these episodes, speaking of Zeph, is Sanji remembering a slightly fond moment between him and Zeph at one point. So
yeah, if you haven't figured out, Christian, yeah, this is gonna be a very interesting arc where Sanji is going to have to deal with what it means to have somebody that acts like a father and one that is unfortunately literally his father. It's gonna be a lot of lessons learned, I think.
Yeah, found family.
You know, speaking of that Zeph flashback, it made me a little sad.
Why is
Because
that?
I feel like it has dawned on me that Sanji hasn't, like, at least from like parental figures, hasn't experienced love without violence. My man just can't get like a hug. It's you know what I'm saying, bro?
But I mean, like he got a hug from Zeph, I'm sure, at some point. Well,
With a side of another sandwich, maybe.
Maybe not.
He got a tearful goodbye when he left the Baratier that time, but
Yeah,
I'm just saying. I want the boy to have better. That's all I'm saying. I wish he had better in life.
He's got better now. He's with the straws, man. Like he's chilling. Luffy gives him a hug sometimes.
Listen, I love you guys. You're my friends, but like,
yeah,
y'all
but
can't
Luffy's not a
heal-
parental figure.
Yeah, you can't heal the pain in my heart
Well.
from like not having a dad and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Friends
well,
can't heal that, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Wow, man, jeez, like fucking. We can only people only do so much. All right, Justin.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm just saying. I wish Sanji had
He just wants Zeph to give him a hug with his pickled leg.
better.
He just wants the pickle leg.
That's too much to ask for.
No, you're absolutely right. It's not too much to ask. That pickle leg deserves to be in Sanji's life for sure,
Mm-hmm.
with all of the love that a father can provide in the form of a pickled leg.
Yeah, and what if Big Mom used her power on it so it could talk too?
Bro, now we're talking. It's just like the leg. Now we're talking.
That's what I'm saying.
So is the leg.
This is what I'm talking about. This is what I need.
This is what I need, dude.
All right. I
All
think
right.
we've exhausted the contents of these episodes, though.
All right. Well, then without further ado, next week is going to be 795 to 797. Moving on to quotes. Who's got quotes?
Oh, I got a quote. Hold up. I gotta pull it up. Excuse me. Gotta. Where to write it? There it is. This one is from Sanji when he's fighting dad, and he's speaking to himself. It's like, hey, little me from 10 years ago. Let's have a chat. And he says, do you think being a biological parent entitles someone to respect? And boy, that hits so good, bro. Because I'd be thinking the same thing. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. Now kick your dad's ass. And then he couldn't do that. And I was a little sad.
Listen, he's going through a lot, right? You need to give him some time to think about things.
Don't worry. Sanji Solo's judge next time.
That's what I want.
For
round
sure.
2, Salty run back. Give him the work. Make him feel hurt. Put him in the dirt.
I kind of spit.
Are you done with quotes? Was that it?
Yes, I am done with quote.
Just one quote. Sanji, that is, says this is when he's talking to Judge, and Judge is making all these claims about how the Vinsmoke family is going to be, you don't want to let down the Vinsmoke family by not doing this marriage thing. And Sanji just goes, I don't care what would happen to you guys. I just came here to save my friends' lives, and man, that's all you need. Sometimes we're doing it for your friends. I don't give a fuck what you guys are on about or what affects you guys. I hate you guys. Why would I ever care? I was ditched / ran away 13 years ago because I don't give a shit about this place. What makes you think I care now? Eat shit, Judge.
Hell yeah.
My quotes have been exhausted. I am out. Those are literally the only two things that I also had as notes.
Wow.
It'd be like that sometimes. It's been a long time since I felt adequately sniped, but these are the roles that we get from time to time when we go last.
You know what I thought about in these episodes too? This has nothing to do with the quotes we've said, but I was remembering that allegedly all 5 of the kids were born at the same time, or at least all the brothers were. I mean, it seems to stand to reason, especially how maybe just based off the hair color, that they were actually born to 5 different mothers too, and not just one who had 5 kids at once. Because I mean, the statistical likelihood of all 5 of them coming out with different hair colors like that is highly unlikely. But also, this is anime, so the likelihood is whoever the fuck cares. But I'm sitting here wondering, like, did Judge have 5 women pregnant at the same time? And then, like, I don't know, did they all happen to give birth at the same time? Did they induce labor at the same time? Like, or was it truly just one mother who had quintuplets?
Okay. I hear what you're saying.
These are great questions.
These are great questions. I have a follow-up question. What if they were test tube babies, like born in a lab?
Also possible. Yeah, that's another thing, because this whole thing is about science. And I was trying to think of how, science-y things could be involved here too, besides them just being fucking robots.
without them just literally being fucking androids.
Without them just being androids, because Yonji got his face dented in. So yeah, there could be test tube babies too. That's entirely impossible as well, or possible as well. But test tube babies are eventually implanted into women. They don't just grow in a fucking tube. But again, this is science One Piece, so maybe they were then put in a Matrix style pod or whatever and grew up, or a holding chamber filled with liquid until they were big enough, or something like that, which would be kind of wild. That'd be a hell of a kind of left turn for this show, I think.
Oh yeah,
if they were just completely grown in a lab like that, like from start to finish over 9 months or longer.
Maybe. I was thinking, because I was going to say, well, where's the mom? And granted, it's One Piece, all moms are dead, but like, where's the mom?
Yeah, where's the
all
mom?
Moms
or
are
5
dead?
moms?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Oh wait, hold on. I just realized Makino's a mother. No, Oda, don't you dare.
Oda, down, Oda.
Put the pen down.
Wait, did Makino have a kid?
Put the pen down.
Yes, Makino has a kid.
Makino does have a kid. Yeah.
I guess we could say we technically don't know it's hers, but I think it's hers.
No, we know it's hers. But the question that everyone in the community has asked for years is it secretly Shanks' kid?
Oh.
Did he knock up Makino the one time he was in the East Blue shacking it up, and then became a bad dad yet again?
Shit.
Which would be really funny. But yeah, Oda, down. Put the pen down. Put the pen down. He do love killing moms. I'm just saying, like this is
Maybe
a true
test
problem.
tube babies
he
for
has.
the best. No moms are harmed in the making of this.
Maybe test tube babies are for the best.
Well,
no mothers will be harmed
you
in
still-
the making of this.
You still have to get eggs somewhere along the line, so
we can get ethically sourced. I can't
Sure.
finish that.
You
I can't finish that
we-
sentence.
Can we? Yeah. Did we?
Right.
This is Vinsmoke Judge we're
you're
talking about here.
Oh fuck! All right.
So,
Well, I'm
anyway.
good. Moving on to Golden Ham. Yeah, let's give it to. I'm just
You
kidding.
shut your mouth.
Yeah, it's just fucking. That's just be fucking silly. That would be silly. I give it to Sanji. I love Sanji, man.
Yeah, give it to
Sanji
Sanji.
finally getting some time to shine. Let's give our boy his dues.
Yeah, I'm fine with giving it to Sanji. I think there's really like nobody else in these episodes that has even a inkling of an idea for me.
Well, hold
Juice guy.
on. Reiju's right there.
No, we're not doing that.
You're right there.
Reiju's just as bad as everybody else.
Yeah. Animal.
All right, the winner this week is Sanji. You're welcome, buddy. Proud of you. Keep up the good fight. Anyway, moving on to fan mail. Do we have one?
Boy, yes, we do. This email comes from our listener, Ryan. Hello. I'm writing this as a quote-unquote cultured fan who is currently
I'll be
listening
the
to
judge
the
of that.
first question special. And I would like to ask you something. What made you all choose to make a One Piece podcast and not a Naruto, My Hero, or some other anime podcast?
Brendan.
Is that the end of the question?
I jumped on the bandwagon after he got good.
After it got good.
Right. After it got, that's for sure.
I'll give my answer. It's the one I like the most, and it's the one I think about the most, and the one I rewatch the most. Do you notice a pattern? I like the show.
Yeah, I mean that's basically it. You know, there was not much discussion other than One Piece was the one where we could have a good split. Is the only addition I'll make where it was people who've seen it and people who haven't seen it. Whereas a lot of the other bigger ones like Naruto. And we've all seen Naruto. Dragon Ball, I haven't seen Dragon Ball, but I believe everybody else has. I might have put my foot down on Dragon Ball, honestly. I just don't think I would ever enjoy Dragon Ball really for things that for clips that I have seen, especially if we had to start all the way at the beginning, which we would have. But so anyway, it was just the easiest one. And also it's ongoing. I know Dragon Ball technically is too, but One Piece has the most prolific ability to kind of be podcastified, if I were to put it one way. So
yeah.
That's
I think One Piece has the easiest commentary that goes beyond just watching a shonen for an hour and a half a week. Now, not every set of episodes is going to have that kind of fucking exhaustive charm of being able to talk about world building or commentary, social commentary or otherwise, but from week to week, I think on average, One Piece has got that sauce that most other shows just don't have. Personal hot take.
I just vaguely remember Jordy going, hey, what if we did a One Piece podcast 1 year later? What if, though? And then they did.
I mean, the reality is that Jordy was the first one to be like, yo, we gonna do a podcast? And then we did it. And then he picked One Piece. He was on my team on One Piece because he knew that it would be the easiest way to get myself bought in.
Yeah.
That's the reality.
Yeah. And if you want to hear how that first episode went once upon a time, join our Patreon and you can get
nice
access
plug-in.
to episode 0 where, man, we are just really on one at the time.
Dude, I'm embarrassed. I
Don't
still
know what
get
the
embarrassed when I
fuck
listen to that
we're
episode. Yeah, have zero idea what it means to have even a coherent conversation, let alone an entertaining one.
Mm-hmm. But with that, was the fan mail done?
Yes, that's it.
Thank you, Ryan, for your fan mail. Moving on to the next thing, which is, of course, the Patreon shout-outs. We've got Taco. It's still November, so we've got Taco and Rin for the month of November.
Taco and Rin!
Thank you so much. We love you.
Thank you.
And we'll always appreciate your patronage, no matter what.
I'm looking forward to recording.
Oh, that's why it's Patreon. Now I get it.
All right.
Oh,
Sorry.
welcome, buddy.
Welcome to the podcast.
And now
I get it.
it's time for Brendan's favorite part of the show that he totally didn't hire a homeless guy to try and get
Yeah, I totally didn't hire a
Eliminated from
homeless
the
guy
show.
to try to eliminate the carb. Yeah,
It's
that wouldn't be me at all.
Garb gabbin time. It's fine. I don't need you this week. I've got my best friend Justin here to help me
Wow,
out.
all right, fine, fuck, jeez.
I have the garb and the gab together making the garb gab. I need you.
I've got a garb.
I've got a gab.
Garb gab.
Justin, I've got a garb gab. Please, if you could, reach on in and fish out one of the items inside so that we may partake in a game this fine evening.
You got it. I'm going hand first. Ow. Ow. Why is ow. So prickly. Ouchie. Come here. Yeah. It's a
You okay, bud?
Yeah, don't grab
Pineapple.
too hard. They're very, yeah.
It's a pineapple with a pen attached to it.
Sorry,
It's
what?
It's a pineapple pen.
So interestingly on
Pineapple
brand,
pen,
actually.
Pineapple apple pen. Anyway, these what do you call these? Leaves, stems? I don't know. Fruits. The thing on the pineapple
rind.
says Valentine Award.
Hey,
Valentine. Wow.
This is
easiest fucking week.
yeah, I mean, take your fucking pick. Which-
I mean, this has got to be a unanimous fucking carrot pick, right? For all the prejudice.
What?
yeah, I think that we probably just gave it a mirror Luffy for being completely nonsense and making no logic in terms of what's going on here.
I came here to put a dad on a steak, and I'm not leaving without this dad's on a steak.
I came here to put a dad on this steak.
Yeah.
I have a steak in my hands that requires a parental,
Requires
and
a
I
dad.
will not leave until there
Dad
is
to
at
help me
least.
grill this steak.
Grill marks, bud.
I've got a barbecue out back that's already on fire. I need a parental on this steak right now. I'll put the parental on the steak.
Okay, but hold on. But what if?
Okay.
What do you?
Yeah.
What?
What if?
What if Reiju instead?
Dude, Reiju!
What
I was
if?
prepared for this, but then you said all the joke answers first, and so I'm past this. No, absolutely.
It doesn't
not.
matter what you say. It doesn't have to be unanimous. This is majority rules here.
Reiju was the one that put the cuffs on Sanji, is all I'm saying.
I don't think
It's-
I asked her to do that. Zep, Jesus, my bad. Judge.
Zeph. Wow. Yeah, I don't think Zeph did that actually.
Smoke Zeph.
Vinsmoke Struggles.
Dude, imagine the fucking twist that would be. Holy
Wait.
shit.
Wait, hold on. You said
Almost
it,
as big,
and now
almost
I
as
kinda
big a twist
believe
as
it.
if Sanji's dad was
Oh, I don't
secretly a
like
homeless
this.
guy in disguise.
Oh my
I
god.
feel like Zeph's Vinsmoke is that feels real. I don't like that.
You're the one pointing out all the similarities in their facial feature or in their facial
but then
hair.
you said the magic words, and now I feel like if I went to go find an SBS somewhere, I would find this evidence.
We find out that Zeph has secretly just been Judge's like long lost brother, so they actually are related.
Yeah. Like Zeph rolls up here at some point and his braided beard and mustache are pointed upward like Judge's, and you're like, oh. And he was a plant the
Not
entire
like
time.
this.
Imagine the spiral Sanji would go down
The
with a
spiral
revelation
I would
like
go
that.
down, bro. I'm crashing out right now.
Yeah, and it's
I'm
not even
already
real yet.
crashing. Yo, but I'll give it to Reiju though. That'd be funny.
Don't you fucking dare.
I'll fucking do it, dude. I'll
Take this from
fucking do
me.
it.
I'll fucking do it.
Don't
My vote
take
is
this
to
from
raid
me.
you.
I can't do it to Jay. He really needs to see a fucking dad go on this fucking pike. I don't blame him.
He needs this for his
He
job.
needs to put a fucking dad on the stake. I get it. I understand, buddy. We can put that dad on that stake. He deserves it.
All right, Judge. Congratulations
Judge.
on your Miss Valentine award.
Congratulations.
You're a
We'll
terrible
see you at the
dad.
dad tier list recording.
Can't wait to see you in Dad Tier List Part 2, where you may or may not go right next to Wapple. Wait, what am I saying? Wapple? That was a villain's tier list.
Wait, does Wapple have a kid? He does have a wife now. Maybe he has a kid.
Oh God, please don't. I don't want to think
Oh,
about
God.
that.
the
Where
kid
you
already has a big fat blue Oreo beard.
where you might go right next to Chopper's dad, who I think was the bottom of the bottom.
I believe so. Yeah, we decided that Chopper's bio dear dad was the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
What a time that was.
Mhm,
It was a time. That's for damn sure.
mhm, mhm. All right.
All right.
Well,
We did it?
with that out of the way, would someone like to take us out?
Yo, Justin, I believe in you. You do it.
Oh, okay. Thank you for listening to our show. If you wish to contact us on social media, you can do so on Twitter and Instagram at Panda Sightings. If you wish to send us an email like Ryan did tonight, you could do so at pandasightings@gmail.com. You can email us about anything. Also, email us about our other show, Panda View, please. I beg. You can also post comments and stuff and reviews on, Spotify. There's a comment section now that I check frequently. There's Apple reviews. I don't know. Can you comment on Apple Podcasts? I don't know. But whatever podcast platform you want to use, you can reach out to us there. Or email in our DMs on Insta and blah, blah, blah. If you wish to financially support us, you do so on Patreon. It would be very appreciative. Helps pay for, RSS fees and blah, blah, blah. We also have a Redbubble merch shop where you can buy stickers and stuff. We are working on some stuff that is not just those particular merch items. So, be on the lookout for when we finalize those things we're working on. Sneak peek. Wink, wink, honk, honk. We have a Discord server. Please join our Discord server. It is the best way to contact us. Honestly, if you're reaching out to us on socials, you're just going to talk to me. And honestly, why do you want to talk to me that bad? Talk to Christian. He's on there on Discord.
True.
Brendan shows up like once a month. And Devin shows up at 4 a.m.
Man?
So, lots of coverage. Join our Discord. It's great in there. And that's it.
Yo, you still owe me $20, by the way.
I don't owe you anything. What?
Not you, him.
Oh, well,
Me?
he's gone.
Yeah, you owe me $20.
Why do I owe you $20?
Well, because I had to pay off the homeless guy that.
Yeah, the
allowed him
homeless
to
guy
fucking
you
nothing.
tried to dressed up as my dad to try and get rid of the garb gap.
Right, which had absolutely no return on investment. So therefore, you owe me $20.
That's your problem.
I'm pretty sure
That's
I'm making it your problem.
That's your. I know you're trying to make it my problem, but I am certainly not going to let it be the case.
Okay, well, we'll see how long this lasts. But you owe me $20.
Can
Sure.
you guys hold this argument somewhere else? I want to go back to bed underneath the desk, all right? You mind?
Yeah, go to sleep.
Yeah,
all right?
whatever.
Fucking
So
don't
anyway, about this $20, I just am definitely absolutely not going to ever give this to you. There's no shot in hell, and you
We'll see
can't
about
make me.
We'll see about that. We'll
I'm
see
just
about
going to
that.
steal it from my real dad's wallet.
And the truth comes out. He's
Why
a
don't you
thief.
steal it from his
I
dad's
always knew
wallet?
it.
Oh, now that's an idea.
Oh no, not like this.
The cycle continues.
The endless cycle continues.
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea. I'm going to go do that. Bye, everybody.
Bye.